Welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be taking a look at the 8 best Indian motorcycles for 2023. Number 8. Indian Scout Road. The 2023 Indian Scout Road is the two-wheeled beast that's all about looking tough and acting tougher. It's like the Scout's rebellious cousin who showed up to the family reunion on a custom-built bike. With a swagger that sets it apart, the Road rocks a quarter fairing, mini ape-hanger handlebars, a solo seat, and more blacked-out features than a Ninja at a rock concert. And that 19-inch front wheel? It's not just for show. It's the cherry on top of this bad boy sundae. But it's not all about looks. The Rogue's got brawn too. It's powered by a liquid-cooled V-twin engine that's all about that 60-degree attitude, pushing out 100 horsepower and 72 feet-pounds of torque. This bike means business. Don't let the mean looks fool you. There's craftsmanship here too. Every nook and cranny has been meticulously crafted, with an inky black finish that's so dark, it makes the night look like high noon. But wait, there's more. You can pimp your Rogue with accessories like adjustable piggyback rear shocks, and in the currency of choice, starting at $12,700, you can call the Rogue your own. So, there you have it, the Indian Scout Rogue, where style meets power, and the road becomes your playground. Number 7. Indian FTR 1200. The Indian FTR 1200 is a snazzy standard motorcycle that's got a trick up its sleeve though, taking inspiration from flat track racing. Imagine dual exhaust pipes, an airbox that knows how to strike a pose, and a surprisingly lightweight vibe. Quite the departure from the usual hefty American cruiser scene. The Indian FTR is powered by a 1203cc liquid-cooled V-twin that dishes out a whopping 120 horsepower and 87 pounds of twisty torque. The FTR 1200 loves to play the part of the good-looking rebel. It's got that brawny engine and a history on the track, making it not just a looker, but a bit of a street hooligan too. The FTR is like that friend who always surprises you. It looks all classy, but packs a bit more punch than you'd think. Indian knows how to turn heads, thanks to their slick designs and solid engineering. Smooth fueling, excellent handling, and a dash of UX magic. They've got the recipe down pat. Summing it up, the FTR 1200 is a mean machine that's got the looks, the muscle, and the soul of a flat-track-inspired street hooligan. Number 6. Indian Springfield. The Indian Springfield is a cool V-twin cruiser motorcycle that's like a fusion of vintage vibes and modern oomph. They named it after the place Indian motorcycle was born, Springfield, Massachusetts, giving a nod to its roots while tossing in some snazzy new features. The Indian Springfield struts its stuff with a classic design that's got a dash of the 21st century, with quick-release windshield, keyless ignition, and cruise control for those laid-back rides. All thanks to the Thunderstroke 111 engine that dishes out 119 pound-feet of torque. Talk about muscle. It's got a liquid-cooled Power Plus V-twin engine and 1890cc of power-packing goodness. 6-speed transmission means you're always in the right gear for your road adventure. The Indian Springfield's got the perfect recipe for a comfy ride, a low center of gravity that's all about staying steady, and a seat that's practically begging you to bring along a co-pilot for the journey. Style, comfort, and a pinch of speed. It's the dream ride for those who love hitting the open road in style. Number 5. Indian Scout 60. The Indian Scout 60 is a motorcycle that's got style for days and handles like a breeze. It's so darn fun to ride, you might find it hard to park. This bike's got that less is more vibe down pat, simple, stylish, and not trying too hard. It's like the James Dean of motorcycles, effortlessly cool. Under the hood, well, tank actually, there's a slick 78 horsepower V-twin engine with liquid cooling, ready to give you a hair-raising adventure. And guess what? It's got this fancy electronic fuel injection thingamagic that not only makes it go vroom, but also saves you a few extra bucks at the pump. Speaking of easy handling, this bad boy boasts a lightweight frame and a gravity-savvy design. Let's talk stats. A seat height that won't make you tiptoe like a ballerina. A tank that can hold its own with 3.3 gallons of fuel. And a weight that's not going to give you a workout just lifting it off the stand. All in all, if you're on the lookout for a ride that's as easy as Sunday morning, looks like $1,000,000, and has the power to back it up, the Indian Scout 60 might just be calling your name. Number 4. Indian Roadmaster. The Indian Roadmaster is one fancy touring machine on 2 wheels. Imagine cruising on a motorcycle that's all about luxury, comfort, and a dash of oomph. It has a beefy 1890cc engine. That's like having a powerhouse in your bike, capable of churning out 92 horsepower and a cool 126 pound-feet of torque. But comfort isn't just an afterthought here. They've got you covered with heated grips. No more chilly fingers on those early morning rides. And let's talk about the seat. It's not just any seat. It's like a cozy couch for you and a lucky passenger. Oh, and both of you get your own heat controls. Now let's address the elephant in the room, that fairing and valance fender combo. You see this bike from a mile away, and you know it's an Indian Roadmaster. Classic and unmistakably stylish. It's like the bike version of a celebrity with a signature look. Thinking of a cross-country road trip? Well, this beauty is built for it. It's got a fuel tank that's practically a reservoir, seating that's more spacious than a first-class airplane seat, and storage that can gobble up all your luggage. It's like the perfect blend of power, comfort, and style. A dream come true for those who crave the open road with a touch of luxury. Number 3. Indian Sport Chief. The Indian Sport Chief is a real badass in the world of motorcycles. It's like the rock star of the Indian motorcycle crew. It has got all these high-quality performance parts and a seriously cool attitude that takes American V-twin cruisers and says, "Move over, I'm taking the spotlight." This bad boy comes with stuff like beefed-up rear shocks, fancy-sounding front forks, and these super powerful Brembo brakes. But hold on, it's not just about looking cool. This bike means business on the road. The wheels, oh man, they're like something out of a dream. And those Pirelli Night Dragon tires, let's just say they stick to the road like glue. And speaking of style, you got options. Black smoke, ruby smoke, spirit blue smoke, or stealth gray, all starting at $19,000. Even the way you sit on it is designed to make you feel like a total boss. And let's not forget that extra inch of rear suspension travel. With its killer performance, sleek style, and a price tag that won't break the bank, it's basically an open invitation to join the cool kids club on the road. Number 2. Indian Chief Bobber. The Indian Chief Bobber is a motorcycle that's like a classic rock song performed by a modern band. It's got that old-school charm mixed with high-tech wizardry. It has a beastly Thunderstroke 111 engine that churns out a whopping 108 pound-feet of torque. That's right, power on tap for days. And it plays nice with its 6-speed gears. Plus, those 16-inch wire wheels are like the cherry on top, giving the whole bike a timeless vibe. Now let's talk comfort. The seat is lower than your stress levels after a vacation, and those forward foot pegs and mini-ape handlebars are like riding on a cloud with a view. Speaking of clouds, it's got an 1811cc engine and a compression ratio that's just right at 9.5:1. The bike has a wet multi-plate drive clutch and an electronic fuel ejection system. And remember, it's got a 4.5-gallon tank, a seat that's just 26 inches off the ground, and a wheelbase that's just right at 64 inches. With a 111 cubic inch engine, 16-inch wire wheels, and a dark horse variant that's darker than your favorite coffee blend, it's a classic ride for the modern rebel in you. Number 1. Indian Scout Bobber 20. It's the two-wheeled fusion of modern muscle and vintage charm. This bad boy packs a punch with its liquid-cooled 100-horsepower V-twin engine. That's like having a herd of wild horses under your control. But hold onto your helmet, because this bike isn't just about power. It's a stylish time traveler too. With its stripped-down look and spoked wheels, it's as if the Scout Bobber 20 went to the past and brought back the coolest bits of history to show off today. The mini-ape handlebars give you a relaxed stance, and this bike's roots go deep, winking at the original Scout's minimalist vibe. The Scout Bobber 20 can hold 3.3 gallons, which is like having your own miniature fuel depot. And don't stress about scraping the pavement when you lean into those curves. This bike's got a clearance that's higher than most of us before our morning coffee kicks in. The Scout Bobber 20 starts its Serenade at $12,200. Considering it's basically a time machine on two wheels, that's a pretty sweet deal. In a nutshell, the 2023 Indian Scout Bobber 20 is the modern meets retro motorcycle dream. And with this, we have reached the end of this video. If you found it informative, then make sure to like it and subscribe the channel for future upcoming videos.